Morning. Kudos from heaven. How are you today? Hope all of you are doing well. My name is Cody Michael. I work in the raw material business and we roam the world looking for the best raw materials for nutritional supplements. And by the way, this video for informational purpose only. I'm going to show you this place once I finish talking about this product. Heart health, guys. I work with so many holistic doctors. We supply many researchers around the world, and we have learned so much about nutrition. We're talking about high quality nutrition made from natural fruits and vegetables from Mother Nature, not from synthetic and not from China. Nothing against China, but Chinese raw materials contains about 10,000 times high heavy metals than Prop California 65 allows, and that was according to biochemist Mike Adams testing. Heart health. If you go to holistic doctors, what do they focus on? Heart health. Why? Your heart beats 100,000 times a day. I am here enjoying this lifestyle here in Southeast Asia at the super luxury building like this of the 0.0001% lifestyle. Can you enjoy this without having your heart beating right? Can you enjoy this if you're sick? How many sick people are right now back home in the US? More than 50% of Americans are using medications. Every 33 seconds in the United States, someone dies from heart attack. You know why you don't take care of your health? You know why you don't invest in good quality heart health supplements? Because you think it's going to happen to someone else. You're drinking your slushies, you're smoking your cigarette, you're drinking your alcohol, eating junk food, you're eating your chips, right? We know you're taking your off-counter medications, which is you think safe. We've heard what's going on with Tylenol, and the other ones are not much safer than Tylenol, guys. So again, this video for informational purpose only. So when you go to holistic doctors that we work with, they show you the most important thing first they need to look for in a preventive healthcare program is heart health. So we negotiate with them and discuss with them and brainstorm with them what type of supplements they want us to create for them. We have biochemists we work with. We have amazing health experts we work with. We even supply at one time John Hopkins as a not as a supplier directly, but as a sub-supplier. So we know a lot of things. We don't know everything, but what we know about nutrition and raw materials, we know it very well. Most people you are listening to, they never visited a single supplement factory or know how the raw material turns to become a nutrition or vitamin. We know where it's cultivated because we visited these countries. We go to the Peruvian mountains to get macas from over 10,000 feet elevations. We go to get the camu and the acerola cherry from the Amazon rainforest. We know where these things come from, okay? We know where we get ALA from Italy. We know we get our anchovies, wild anchovies from Italy. We know where they come from and if they're using heat, solvent, pressure, or chemicals. Before we buy from them, we inspect everything. This is our passion. So when a contractor with John Hopkins or Harvard can't find the ingredients they want when they're doing research for NASA and other health research, they call us as a subcontractor to find it for them because they know this crazy guy flies all over the world and does these things with his team. If you look in here and Google each ingredient, this, by the way, you will find this on lookandvibrant.com. It's one of the companies that buy very high quality raw materials from us. And this sold for holistic doctors under their own name. So if you go lookandvibrant.com, you'll see a better fact sheet. And look at these ingredients. Google each ingredient in order to know what each ingredient will do for your heart. That's what the brainstorming is. We look at each ingredient, what can it do for the heart? Then you look at the ratio. Does it have the correct ratio? And then you look, is it from the right source that we're bringing? Like, for example, B vitamins is vegetarian B vitamins. That is very hard to find B vegetarian vitamins because it's very expensive. It's over $200 per kilo. Minerals. Minerals are the spark plugs that activate vitamins. Without minerals, vitamins don't work, but you don't need a lot of them. You need a little bit of it. Now, who's the best company in the world that produce minerals? There are few, but the one we deal with, all are patented. Albion Minerals, which was purchased by Beckham, and Trax, which is a subsidiary of Beckham right now, and Aquamin, which is a company that they extract their minerals from one of the best, cleanest coasts in the world, from the Irish coast. What does that mean? Their minerals contain what you call an FTIR, fingerprinted chemicals, that identify each mineral as a elemental mineral, because your body uses more elemental minerals than the other minerals. What do you mean elemental and the other minerals? All right, let's get a little deeper here. An elemental mineral is a clockwise. That's what's called elemental mineral. It spins clockwise. Does that tell you it's connected to your internal aging clock? Yes. Now, I thought you never asked. That means, is there a left-hand spin mineral? Yes. Your body uses mostly elemental minerals. But in order to know if these minerals work or not, and they are extracted from the right sources, we use only high-quality companies from the United States, like Albion Minerals, like Trax and Aquamin, that can provide us with an identification chemical fingerprinting, okay, document that we can see that. So when you look in here and you see these ingredients, some of them are shipped from Austria, some are shipped from Germany, some are shipped from Utah, and they're going to an FDA facility to be made into product. This took about 9 months discussion back and forth, and shipping and cost, and finding these raw materials, guys. Now, if you add to this CoQ10, vitamin D3, fish oil, and vitamin C, about 3,000 milligram vitamin D a day, you're set for heart protocol. But this covers about 70% of your heart health. Of course, we always focus on eating healthy, exercising, doing intermittent dieting, stay hydrated, avoid the junk food, and this is how you take care of your health. Dr. Joel Wallach had done extensive research. Go to this website, ask them for 20% discount, and they'll give you that 20% discount. It's the best you can do for your heart health. Like I said, every 33 seconds in the United States, there's someone dies from heart attack. Every 33 seconds. Why you're not taking care of your heart? Why you're not nourishing your heart? We know that our food is depleted, and we know that most of us don't eat healthy, not even close to healthy, because you think it's going to happen to someone else. I have seen miracles in holistic doctors' offices. I've been one of their clients. I've had surgeries. I've had heart problems. I've been to the emergency room. I know what it is to be sick. When I change my diet, when I start working in this raw material business, and I start learning, and I start watching these presentations from these amazing researchers, and what it takes to make a product like this for 9 months, and how many discussions back and forth, and these raw materials to be shipped with covered blanket, nitrogen blanket covered, to be made into a bottle that costs $100. Now some of you say, what? Because you're buying the cheap stuff from Amazon made from synthetic. That doesn't work. Your body is a carbon base, and synthetic is a chemical base. That's why you have more than 50,000 Americans are hospitalized every year because of the use of cheap supplements. But remember, Dr. Joel Wallach, let me show you this place where I'm talking now. I am on the 24th floor in my building, guys. Dr. Joel Wallach, in his book called Dead Doctors Don't Lie, he had done research and autopsies on 3,500 human beings. And he had done autopsies on 17,500 human beings, animals, and found out that every single death, called sudden death syndrome. Of course, people in the United States were old, young, fat, short, all types of people. He found out that every single death was related to nutritional deficiencies. Some of them were missing one nutrient, some of them were missing more than one nutrient. One nutrient can kill you. An average wealthy people in the United States, according to Dr. Joe Wallach research, dies on average of 66 years old of what? Nutrition deficiency. Yet they have so much money and they eat the best food in the world, but the food they eat does not contain enough nutrition to keep your heart pumping 100,000 times a day. An apple was compared to an apple in 1988 to an apple in 1950s by Columbia University, and found out that you would have to eat 26 apples in 1988 to equal one apple in the 1950s. Do you see the massive depletion in our soil for nutritional value in our food? It's a lot more than you think. Okay, so health is wealth. Love your neighbors, forgive your enemies, believe in the God of Zion, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Live your life, purify your heart, cleanse your motives, and go have fun and enjoy every day in your life. Look at this. Can you live and enjoy this life without being healthy? Can you? Tell me. Tell me. I am over the ocean. That's Tower A. This is Tower B, 23rd floor, and goes all the way up. And we have also another pool right there on the 23rd floor, but it's covered pool. How much more do you want? Audio is from heaven.